Hey guys, welcome back to the Chaotic Kitz channel, where I, Michelle, document my life here on YouTube as I try to become a full-time author, while also traversing the world's multiple personalities. If that sounds interesting to you, stick around. But today we are going to be doing, hopefully, a nice chill writing vlog where I just get some words in. So, let's get into it. So today is July 8th. It is a Tuesday. I have therapy later today, but today I'm planning on doing a lot of writing and stuff. But I guess I first should say hello, how are you guys? I have been doing pretty good since the last time I did a writing vlog. I've been doing a lot of sit down and chat videos, but I'm wanting to get back into doing more vlogs. I really have been having an alright time. I'm still struggling with work. I don't know what my issue is. Like, yesterday I had a spell. I was able to work like an hour and a half into work. And then, like, I was just in and out of consciousness for, like, the whole day, pretty much. Up until the point, like, at 4 o'clock where I was making some food. And, like, for some reason at that point, like, something clicked in me and I was like, oh, I'm better now, kind of thing. But yeah, it was a hot mess of a day yesterday. But yeah, so I'm feeling a lot better today, and hopefully, I'm trying to, like, put in the effort to make every day a little bit better than yesterday. And, like, I'm just wanting to hopefully, like, regain myself almost, even though that's not exactly how I want to word it. But so, yesterday when I was talking to my sister, I told her how I didn't have work yesterday. Well, I didn't work yesterday because I had a spell. And she was like, weren't you doing so good a couple weeks ago or a couple months ago and now you're back to do this? And I'm like, it hurt me when she said that because I was like, yes. But I'm like, it's just a ebb and flows of mental health. Like, especially with whatever I've got going on, it's hard to be like, oh, this is the reason, and this is how to fix it, and stuff. Like, I don't feel like there is an answer. Which does make me a little sad, because I'm like, if I do, like, I have the desire in life to become a teacher eventually. And I'm like, I can't do that. Like, I can't have these, like, half days of work, and that be it kind of thing. Like, you know? So I don't know. I need to work on some stuff. Mostly I need to focus on, like, probably, like, how to re-ground myself, because, like, I've never been good at grounding myself, I feel like. Like, once I'm in a downward spiral, I just stay in that downward spiral and just not think about anything else, kind of thing. I don't know if that makes sense. But yeah, so I would like to just do that. I need to ground myself. Yeah, also I wanted to talk about something that my sister put me onto. It is a little app called Finch. It's like a daily checklist, that, like, you click off, like, once you have accomplished something, you click it off, and then, like, it feeds this buddy of yours. And it's a little bird, and, like, you feed it, and it'll eventually grow and grow. She described it best as, like, a Tamagotchi. But yeah, so that's kind of what I'm doing. Hopefully I don't know, it's only the second day of it. And yesterday was only a half day of it, so, you know, who knows. But yeah, so that's kind of the game plan there. Mostly my goals are to write 1,000 words a day, be more present in myself, like, physically, like, being, like, taking the time to be like, okay, how are you, kind of thing. Like, taking that, like, 5 seconds to take a few breaths and just sit there in silence and be like, how are you? Like, asking myself, how are you, kind of thing. Yeah, and then also, there's something else that's on the list that I would really like to do is pray a rosary every day. So I am Catholic. I'm trying to get back into my faith after, like, not necessarily feeling like, no, falling out of it kind of thing. Ever since, I want to say, back in November, I'm really been wanting to get back into my faith. Mostly because, so at that time, my friend had put me on to this little pamphlet called the Total Consecration to the Immaculate. And this is basically like, I don't remember how many days, it's 2 or 3 weeks. It's 31 days, I think. Yeah, something like that. It's just like a 31-day program where, like, you sit and listen to, I'm not very good at it, but, like, I like describing it and stuff, but, like, you take these days, you pray a little, you're supposed to pray a little rosary, think about what's in the reading, and be like, this is, like, what's Mary's, I was gonna say mom, what's Mary's plan for me, kind of thing, and slowly, like, because, like, I don't know how to word this, because I'm not the best at wording things, but, like, Mary, I don't know, I'm just not going to talk about it, but, like, I want to get back into doing that. July 13th, I'm going to redo the reading and stuff, for the Total Consecration, and then, hopefully, the days leading up to that, I'll be praying a rosary every day, so that I feel a little more connected to my faith. I would also, like, with this, I would ideally like to get back into going to Mass, because I feel like, that'll help me so much more. Like, I feel like granted, I do have, like, some Mass trauma or church trauma almost, even though I don't view it as trauma. Kind of do, but I don't know. But honestly, everyone has trauma about everything, I feel like. But so, I would like to get into Mass. I have a local, I'm in a small rural town, so there's several local Catholic churches around. I want to go to this one where they just got a new priest, and apparently, like, he's got, like, the gift of healing, air quotes. I don't know how to describe it, like, so my friend was like, each priest has, like, I say it as, like, especially almost, like, what they're good at? I don't know if that's necessarily it either, but, like, the previous priest was, like, community or something like that, or, like, he wanted to expand the community and stuff, and this one's more, like, healing from stuff. I don't know, I'm not even sure if I make sense of this, but yeah, so I'm wanting to get back into Mass, doing stuff with him. But yeah, I guess that was just all me getting wrapped up in what's going on in my life. But today I'm wanting to work on JJ's story, so that is Grace's project. This book is a Christian fiction book. Like, it's more of a YA Christian fiction book of coming-of-age story. And, like, JJ's story is, how do I want to put this? Not exactly, like, the not preachy, but, like, it's a little more, has more negative views about the Catholic faith, because he was never born and raised Catholic. He has a grandfather who was not part of his dad's life or part of his life, who's now wanting to be part of his life after his grandmother died. So, like, there's just several little things about this priest, who's the priest of the Catholic school, and he's just like, no, I don't want to do this, you can't force me. And so he's got some pretty harsh opinions. And I'm just like, part of me is like, is this an okay book to write as my, like, debut into Catholic faith, like, Christian fiction books? Well, that's at least what Grace is thinking. Well, actually, no, that's not even Grace's thinking, because Grace is like, I don't care, this is the story I'm meant to tell, kind of thing. So, but, like, me as the person who's got to, like, almost experience what everyone else says, I'm just like, yeah, I'm a little terrified to publish this. But, like, at the same point, I could not imagine, like, having any of the other 3 books in that in this, like, Moving into Scripture series, like, being book 1. Like, this, I feel like, starts the story off. So it has to be first. But it's just still, like, a little questionable. So I don't know. I've been talking for, like, almost 10 minutes, so I'm going to cut myself off here. I will come back to you guys when I've done some writing. I'm planning on doing, like, 30-minute sprint because I need to rework the ending of chapter 8. Then I'll go switch over laundry, and then I will do some more writing sprints. So, yeah. See you guys in a little bit. Bye. Okay, guys, so it is about 8:30 right now. I got done working on the edits for chapter 8, I mean. I added 100 words to the story, or almost 200 words to the story. It was mostly, like, reworking the ending, because, like, the way I had it was, like, JJ decided to tune out the teacher, and I'm like, that's not JJ. JJ wanted to tune out this teacher, like, not pay attention to class. Like, it's his first day of school, like, real school, as he puts it. So it's like, he wouldn't just ignore the teacher kind of thing. Like, if it was his younger brother, sure, he would definitely ignore him, but not JJ. JJ wouldn't do that. Yes, that's what I did. I also switched my laundry over at my brother's house. I currently don't have a washer and dryer at my house, just because me and my dad we tore down the back porch, rebuilt it, and we just haven't done anything since that point. Just because it's been hot and it's been rainy and it's just not okay to work in that kind of situation. We're probably going to work on getting the washer and dryer in by winter, hopefully, so that'll be there. But yeah, so I switched over to laundry. I have an hour's timer set for laundry when it'll get done in the dryer. I just set it for an hour just to make sure it's good and dry. I am now going to set like a 45-minute timer. I'm going to work on chapter 9. Yeah. That's the game plan. So I will see you guys in a little bit. Bye. Okay, guys, so I just got done with the 45-minute writing session. I wrote 1,330 words. Well, I added that to the JJ story. I'm gonna take a little break, probably go switch over laundry at my brother's house, then come back home. But the scenes that I just wrote, I was just like, oh my gosh, what am I getting myself into? So, like, I feel like I've told you guys this many, many times. I am a pantser, or I'm a discovery writer. I do not know what's going to happen in the story before it happens. And I am writing this part where, like, JJ, who I thought was, like, the sweet, innocent boy who's got anxiety, who's always in his head, is just, like, I don't know, like, that's just how I get his vibe. And then he's now going to engage in, like, being around the school bully, and I'm just like, oh my goodness. How was this going to end? And, like, I have to, like, when I write, like, I have to be entertained by what I'm writing. Like, I have to be like, oh, yes, let's do this kind of thing. And, like, that's exactly, like, when I first was writing this down, I was like, I was just writing the words, and the words were just kind of flowing in my head. And I was like, as I was writing it, I was like, oh, damn. Oh, no. Do I want this? And it made me happy. But let's just say I don't know how this story is going to be interpreted. Like, because, like, I feel like with most Christian books, even though I don't read many of them, it's all about, like, how they all love God and stuff. And this book isn't going to be that. It's going to be, like, he is going to find his, like, belonging in the faith, but at first it's going to be a rocky road. And I'm just like, I don't know how it's going to be taken. But Grace is like, Grace tells me, like, Grace is in my head right now. She's like, I have faith in this book. And like, you're a good writer. And we have plenty of, like, we'll have help tweaking it. We'll have beta readers, or we'll have, like, the people that we, like, the ladies that we know from previous, the business is still there, but our friends / ladies who are very religious, like, we'll have them read this book, and I just want their opinions on it. So yeah, I'm a little terrified by it, but at the same point, like, this is, I don't know how to put this. This is, like, because, like, not every journey, like, every path going into finding God and stuff is a good one. It's just a little intimidating right now. yeah. But I'm sitting at 13,495 words. Like I said, I want to take a little break. Then I'll come back and edit. And yeah, then I might work on another chapter. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, I'll see you guys later, okay? Bye. Hey guys, so it is almost 11 o'clock. I just got done with my second writing session of the day. I added 454 words to the story. I'm at a grand total of 13,949 words. This was me just editing chapter 9 and getting it to what I like it to be. I'm not really sure who I am right now. But so with that, as we wrote, I was like, damn, this is taking slightly a darker turn. But at the same point, like, I don't know, it makes sense for JJ's story arc. Like, he was such a, like, anxious, naive person almost. Not even naive, but he was just anxious. He was frustrated. He was, I don't think depressed, but, like, he was just frustrated at the world. And now he's kind of joining teams with the troubled kid of the school. And I've got all these, like, ideas of how this is all going to work together, and it sounds really cool in my head, so I can't wait to see it. But yeah, I need to probably stop for today, or at least stop for right now, because I need to go get my laundry. But also I need to start reading chapter 3 and 4 of book 2, so I can upload that video for tomorrow on the author Shelly page. So yeah, I need to do that. That's all I gotta say. If I do more writing, I'll tell you guys. If not, today's been a great day. I added 1,700 words. Well, 1,784 words to the story, which is pretty good. Yeah, that's all I gotta say. I'll see you guys tomorrow, okay? Or next day. Bye. Hey guys, today is July 9th. It is a Wednesday. Am I in a good mood right now? Probably not really. I'm just gonna tell you guys straight up. I went to my brother's house crying yesterday. Came back home crying, and having some pretty dark thoughts. Yeah. But I'm in a better mood now, which is what I need, is to be in a better mood. And I need to talk to my dad, which I'm terrified of doing. Not because my dad's scary or anything, just because the topic I need to bring up to him is kind of something I don't want to bring up to him. But yeah. But that's all of my personal life. I'm not going to go into it too much more than I just already did. I'm going to work on this morning. I'm going to work on Maris's project. So I am doing some brainstorming, for the first series of books in the overall world of Mascorn. I don't know what to call it, like, this is so weird to say, but, like, I've always called this series the Rainbow Series. And I'm just like, maybe I need to just keep it as the Rainbow Series, because I'm just like, I don't know what to refer to it as except for Rainbow Series. Yeah. But, so, I am working on that. I'm doing the brainstorming for a series. I'm calling it, like, for right now, I'm calling it To Love a Human. Mostly because, this is going to be a bunch of fantasy creatures that fall in love with humans. Kind of like, they got banished from their home planet and have to live here on Earth, and they find love there, kind of thing. Yeah, it's kind of how it's going. I currently have an idea for 2 books in the series so far, but I'm wanting more in it. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. I'm just gonna get into work. I feel one of Maris's one of Maris is coming up, so means I need to stop talking and get into it. So yeah, I'll see you guys later, okay? Bye. Hey guys, so it is a little after 10 right now. Have we done much work on Maris's project? Not really. We've been doing a lot of, like, prepping for, like, social media and stuff. But we do need to focus more on Maris's stuff because I feel like, personally, as not really sure who I am, but as someone in the system, I'm just like, we don't work nearly as hard. Like, when we come to, like, Grace's or Shelly's work, we work really, really hard on it. And then when it comes to Maris, I feel like we're like, nah, we'll see what happens kind of thing. Which isn't right. But, you know, like, it's hard to say because, like, I feel like the reason we're kind of like, meh, with, with Maris is because Maris wants us to change who we are as a writer. Because, like, Maris wants to be a hardcore outliner, but, like, for us, we're naturally just discovery writers. Like, we kind of don't know what's going to happen before we write it. Sometimes we do, but then it gets changed, and, like, I don't know. It's a little challenging to be like, we're gonna do this, but also, like, I don't know how to even start, because there's, like, 20 of us here that are just like, but we want to get started writing, we want to do this, we want to do that, and it's just, like, a lot. It is a lot. And part of us is, like, maybe, like, I don't want to say this because this sounds mean, but, like, I'm like, maybe Maris needs to learn that, like, we're not a pantser. I mean, we're not a plotter. No matter how hard we try, we're not going to be a plotter. But that doesn't feel right to be like, oh, I'm sorry, you can't, like, you and your system don't matter. We're going to focus on what we as a whole do kind of thing. Which, maybe it's just us overanalyzing everything, but I'm just like, I don't know. I want to let each of my sides, each one of my pen names, like, control and, like, dictate how they want to do things, but, like, at the same point, it's hard to, like, not necessarily reteach ourselves, but I guess reteach ourselves how to be something that we're not. I don't know. But also, we're kind of in our head, about what we want to do with this first book. Because I feel like we're hyping this series up to be something so big, so massive, and, you know, well, it is going to be a huge, massive series, but we're like, oh, we're not ready for it, we are working on so many other projects, we can't focus on this project right now, but I'm like, that is just a line of BS that we're keep feeding ourselves, because, like, yes, it is, I'm not going to lie, it is a massive world, and it's going to take forever to do it, but, like, us being like, oh, we're not going to be publishing this in, like, for years and years until we get money, and even then, who knows if we're going to be able to release it, because we've got to release the Bugztopia books first, and there's just so much stuff that we're, like, overanalyzing, and it's just like, we need to just stop and just write. We need to just get out of our head, as our brother says, and just relax. And usually for us, relaxing is just writing. And so it's just like, it's just a hot mess over here. I think, okay, don't get mad at me, but I usually eat lunch around this time, and then I eat lunch at like 3 o'clock, so I might just take a lunch break, but then after that I need to go do some errands, so I might need to do that too, so I think I'm going to take a break. I'm going to mull over my ideas and stuff, then come back later and figure out what to do. I think that's what I'm going to do. So, I'll see you guys later, okay? Bye! Hey guys, so today is July 10th. It is a Thursday. I just wanted to kind of come on and say how I'm feeling today, and probably also close out today's video, because today's video is already like 23 minutes long, and I want to have like a weekend writing vlog too, so yeah. But this week has been really good, and, like, these last 3 days have been really good, like, the 3 days that I've been documenting. Like, there was, like, a mishap in, like, one of the days, but, you know, everyone's got ebbs and flows, and, you know, one day out of feeling, like, really good right now, I think that's pretty darn good. Yeah, I'm, like, looking at the positive stuff in life, which, like, if you knew me in real life and, like, knew me in high school, like, you're like, that doesn't sound like you. Are you okay? But I've been coming to terms with who I am as a person. and like learning that I have so many ebbs and flows and stuff, and it's just like, I'm just proud of who I am and who I've become. Again, something that sounds so weird from, like, to think that I'm saying that, like, speaking as someone who's in a system and, like, speaking for pretty much everyone in the system, I'm like, we are proud of who we are today and what we've accomplished. So I think that's really great. But yeah, I just wanted to close out today's video. I think I've written over, like, I don't know exactly how many words I've written for the brainstorming with Maris's projects. But, you know, I did really good on Tuesday, and Monday I did a really good job writing too, so I'm doing really good. So, yeah. I will see you guys in the next video where maybe I'm doing some more writing, or maybe I'm doing a talking video. I don't know, but I'll see you guys later, okay? Bye.